team, the TOEFL class. Oh, the TOEFL class. There they are. Hey. Did this week, spent yesterday and today working on this. They are working as if they were members of the ETS team. So, as you guys are filling out your evaluation forms, consider like, you know, we're getting this ready for like textbook material. Like, ooh, this was challenging enough. Ooh, well phrased. Oh, maybe you could phrase it more clearly. Oh, it was a little too long, or something like that. Comments like that. Would this be manageable for a student to do? Would it be challenging enough? Stuff like that. All right, so it starts off speaking question number 1, and oh, sorry, here we go. Actually,
you will now be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. Give yourself 15 seconds to prepare your response, then record yourself speaking for 45 seconds.
Oh, nice touch. Yeah, Miss Alex added all of those in there. Yeah, a little bit extra than wasn't necessary, but I like that. Yeah, that's cool.
Some parents prefer homeschooling their kids to provide wide-range knowledge in their comfort zone. Other parents think it's essential for kids to join public or private schools. Which preference do you think is better? Explain why.
All right, cool. Yeah, my opinion, it's good length. It's pretty clear what I'm supposed to do. I got to choose between two things, and they're pretty two distinct things. Good. Yeah. No issue there. And of course, 15 seconds to think about it. Okay. And pretty good pronunciation there too. I didn't have an issue with how you pronounced it.
The university is making a change in the courses it will offer. Read the article from the university newspaper about the change. Give yourself 45 seconds to read the article.
All right. Yeah. Gotcha. It was the courses, by the way. Yeah. Sounds like courses. Sounds a little bit like you said causes, but that's okay. And again, if you don't worry, y'all, if y'all didn't create stuff like this, it wasn't necessary that you create little prompts like that too, but she did a good job adding those. Okay, so 45 seconds to read and take notes. So let's see, sculpture courses to be discontinued. The title tells you the change right away. It's good. University administrators announced yesterday that the sculpture program, let's try that word. Everybody say sculpture. Yeah, sculpture is forming something from, So a sculpture program, and it's kind of tricky. That just kind of reminded me that this one is spelled with this is pronounced with a sculpture. Yeah, everybody say sculpture.
Sculpture.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird because the artist is pronounced a sculptor. I am a sculptor, and I made a sculpture. It's very, very similar pronunciation. So anyway, not important. Okay, a division of the art department will be eliminated. The main reason, good, very clear, is a lack of student interest. Although the number of art students has increased, fewer and fewer art majors are taking sculpture classes. Furthermore, the department's only sculpture professor is retiring this year. Given the art department's limited budget, it just doesn't make sense to hire a new full-time professor to teach sculpture for only a handful of students. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, good length, pretty clearly written, I think. Yeah, very clear change, very clear reasons. Yeah, so that's manageable for a student to take notes on in 45 seconds, and it's clear why they're doing it. All right, here we go.
Now listen to two students discussing the article.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm just upset about the article I showed you this morning.
Why was this the big deal?
Well, as an art major, I think it's a big loss for the department. The university's got it all wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, the low enrollment isn't because art majors don't want to take this class. The problem's who has time to take them when there are so many other requirements?
I don't understand.
See, the classes they are eliminating are all optional. The required courses mostly painting and drawing, and they take up all of time. What we really need are different requirements. Then art majors could take a better variety of classes, all the things they are interested in.
That makes sense, but the thing about the professor.
Well, that's true, but still, they are being dramatic. If money is a problem, they could hire a part-time professor, or most of the professors in the department have secondary fields.
Really?
Yeah, at least few painting teachers also are great sculptors. I'm sure one of them could teach a class.
There you go. It's like, and we're done. Okay, nice. You know, first of all, I'll say I like how the pacing. It wasn't too fast. To be honest, it was kind of tricky to understand a few words because of pronunciation, like here and there. Okay, it'll be a great loss. I think he said lose, etc. Anyway, maybe the microphone wasn't very close to Mr. Simon. He basically was to keep the conversation going there. And mostly it was intonation for him with a voice going in different places. Not too long, okay? I think from the script, she doesn't like it. She says there's a better solution. Hire part-time teachers, okay.
Give yourself 30 seconds to prepare your response to the following question. Then record yourself speaking for 60 seconds. The woman expresses her opinion of the university's plan. State her opinion and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Awesome. Oh, it's awesome. I'm glad I got a lot of recordings of you. It gives me a lot of chance to hear your English. That's right. Anyway, by the way, those of y'all, you were not required to make an audio recording of the prompt. You didn't have to. She did that, but I guess she did it for fun, right? Sorry, I misunderstood. She probably thought that was a requirement, and it wasn't. Here, let's try this word. How do you say that there? Following. Good. 3 syllables. Yeah, following. I heard foreign. Foreign a little bit. It's the L sounds. I know it's following. It's kind of tricky anyway. All right. Clear prompt. I think it's pretty clear there. It was just a challenge to kind of understand what y'all were saying. But good length and good clear goals the student's supposed to make, I guess. Okay. All right. 30 seconds to talk about it, and then we get to speaking question. Oh.
Read a passage from a psychology textbook. You have 45 seconds to read the passage.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is the college textbook. Flow. Nice. We're about to hear a lecture from Professor Marciano. There we go. This is going to be awesome. There we go. In psychology. Actually, would you like to read it, Mr. Marciano? Go ahead. You read it out. In psychology. Go ahead. Let's hear you say it.
In psychology, the feeling of conflict and energies and focus in activity is current flow. People who enter a state of flow lose the sense of them and have a feeling of direction satisfaction. They become completely involved in activity for its own sake, whether or what may result from the activity, such as money or prestige. Contrary expectation, flow usually happens during the relaxing moment of leisure and entertainment, like when we are actively involved in a difficult enterprise, in a test that stretch our mental or physical ability.
All right, got it. Super duper. Yeah, got it. So, leisure. Yeah, leisure is how you say it. Anyway, okay, flow. Yeah. So you got a definition. So that's the title, and is there a definition here? Yeah, feeling of complete, energized, focused, and activity. So you got the first sentence. That's basically what you got to have for the student to. So those of y'all who are listening online, the students did not create these. That they copied them from a textbook, which is totally fine. Here we go. But we're going to listen to the lecture.
Listen to the power of the thought in a psychology class.
Yes, psychology class.
I put both of them in there. Hang on. Ladies first. Here we go.
Listen to part of a talk in a psychology class.
English will help you to get a picture. Listen to the power of the thought in a psychology class.
Yeah.
I think this will help you to get a picture of what your textbook is describing. I had a friend who taught in a physics department, Professor Jem. He retired last year. Anyway, I remember this was a few years ago. I remember passing by a classroom early one morning just as he was leaving, and he looked terrible. His clothes were all rumpled, and he looked like he hadn't slept all night. And I asked if he was okay. I was surprised when he said that he never felt better, that he was totally happy. He had spent the entire night in the classroom working on a mathematics puzzle. He didn't stop to eat dinner, he didn't stop to sleep or even rest. He was that involved in solving the puzzle, and it didn't even have anything to do with his teaching or research. He had just come across the puzzle accidentally, I think in mathematics journal, and it just really interested him, so he worked furiously all night and covered the blackboard in the classroom with equation and numbers, and never realized that time was passing by.
Okay, cool. About a minute and 44 seconds. That's not too long. Okay. Yeah. It was an example of flow. If y'all, we always follow the story that he's. Oh, I'll let you make your comments there. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You make your comments about his delivery. Occasionally, by the way, he re-recorded it, and I appreciate you re-recording that yesterday. That was good. It was better that second time. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. So let's try this one. Yeah, everybody say puzzle. Puzzle. Yeah, puzzle. And I know maybe the influence of your native language is Spanish, right? Yes. French. Is it now? Are you pulling my leg? It is French. He's pulling. But that would make sense because that has a le in it. It has a puzzle or tiable. You know, it has a anyway. Puzzle. I don't usually say pronounce the e at the end in English. Yeah. You say that word. Say this word here real quick. Say it.
Yeah. Terrible.
Beautiful. There you go. There you go. Here, terrible. So words that end with le, try not to make it terrible or whatever. It's terrible. So for some reason in English we pronounce that like bull, you know, and zol and all that stuff. It's kind of weird, etc. Okay. And of course sometimes you make the sh sound instead of the s-ing. When he shay instead of he say. Okay, so.
Give yourself 30 seconds to prepare your response to the following question. Then record yourself speaking for 60 seconds. Explain flow and how the example used by the professor illustrated the concept.
All right, cool. This is awesome. We get to hear a lot of Miss Alex there. Okay, Alex. Hey, try to say this one here. Say that there. You got it right. Yeah.
30. What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Seconds. It's my handwriting. My bad. Yeah. 30 seconds. Oh, beautiful. Cool. Yeah. When you're thinking about it, that's good. That TH sound came off really good. A few times I noticed. Have you noticed that sometimes the TH comes off as an S? Sometimes 30 seconds. Okay, a little habit you do sometimes. You know what to do. Otherwise, very nice delivery. Not too fast. I still figured out from context what you were trying to say.
Now listen to a part of lecture in a business class.
All right. Professor Tabassum, here we go.
Today we will talk about how companies determine the initial price for their products. By that I mean when they first introduce a product in the market, there are different approaches, and today we will discuss two of them. They are quite different, each with their own disadvantages. One approach or strategy sets the initial price of the product high, followed by a lower price at a later stage. Why? Well, when introducing a new product, companies want to build a high quality image for it. Products that cost more are recycled. Companies can make very high profit from consumers willing to pay more for a high quality product. And although consumers know that prices will eventually go down, they are also willing to pay more to get the product sooner. This approach works very well with innovative, high-tech products. For example, now just think about when video recorders or video cameras or even cell phones first came out. They were very expensive, but then they became much more accessible. Another very common strategy is set an initial price low. Now this happens when the market is already saturated with the product and the strategy is to undercut its competitors. Say there's a newly selling computer maker trying to gain market share. So what do? Well, they offer a computer at an affordable price, lower than existing brands. By doing this, the company appeals to new consumers who weren't probably even interested in getting a computer. And, of course, to existing consumers who might now be tempted to switch brands. Now, how does this company make profits with its low-priced computer? Well, one thing that's often done is to encourage their customers to buy accessories also manufactured by them, like printers or software, for example.
Whew. All right. Nice. I gotta say, y'all even, lots of stuff I was gonna say. You're able to speak really quickly, about as fast as an American would be speaking, and yet I could pretty clearly understand everything you're saying there. Yeah, that's you're stressing the right syllable for the most part. The rhythm of your speak, and even as you're reading it, it doesn't sound like you're reading. You're actually adding a little of an inflection, in intonation, as if you were speaking, as if it were script. So that was really strong there. Pronunciation wasn't an issue, etc. Y'all, you write down your impression. It's like, oh my gosh, that would be too hard for me if I were taking the TOEFL. If it's your opinion, maybe not. But I think it's about 2 minutes. Pretty challenging. They're supposed to summarize that in 1 minute. Your opinion about that lecture there. All right. Just occasionally I heard you say wary instead of very. You know, that's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Hey, that's a very minor thing. It's one little consonant. Not a big deal. Yeah. It's okay. Not a big deal.
Giving yourself 20 seconds to prepare your response to the following question, then record yourself speaking for 60 seconds. Using the points and the examples from the lecture, explain the two pricing strategy described by the professor.
Man, this team is pretty thorough. That's awesome. Okay, good job. The following. Okay. And that's the team, y'all. Give a hand, everybody. Yay, them. Yay, team. Good job. That's right. So, did you intentionally want to obscure your face? Is that what the deal is? Okay, that's fine. That's good. Marciano looks like he's I don't know what to say. That's good. You look good there, dude. Feels good to do a team project and for it to come together. All right, so this is team 2. We'll probably have time to evaluate you guys, and then after that, hang on to these. Hang on to these for tomorrow because we'll evaluate team 3 tomorrow, plus some TOEFL stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna evaluate team 2. So here's speaking question number 1.
Now you are ready to answer the first speaking question.
When it comes to breakfast, people have different preferences. Some people prefer to start the day with sweet foods, such as pancakes, muffins, or fruit smoothies. They say sweet breakfasts give them quick energy and delicious. Others prefer savory foods, such as eggs, toast with cheese, or bacon. They believe savory breakfasts keep them full longer and help them focus better during the day.
Would you rather have a sweet breakfast or a savory breakfast? Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer.
All right. So usually on the TOEFL, they'd have the entire text there while the person would be reading it. Yeah, etc. Usually that's how they do it. But so yeah, usually all of that would be there. And you know what? To be honest, if you had all that text, that'd be like 100. That'd be pretty long. Yeah, it'd be a way to edit that down. You know, explaining. But I like that's a clear option. Sweet and savory. Those are the words I use. You know, the opposite of sweet is savory. It's a whole range of things that, you know, are not dessert, right? Okay, and you can write comments about that. Maybe edit down the length of the question, or make it more, I don't know, whatever you think, in your opinion, okay? So, here we go, your comments about that. So, speaking question number 2, here we go. Starting next semester, university will not allow the use of cell phones during lectures. Administration believes that phones, cool, very clear change right at the beginning. Administration believes phones distract students and reduce their ability to focus on the material being taught. The student's supposed to identify a change and 2 reasons. All right, we already have a clear reason. It's a distraction, nice. Professors will ask students to put their phones away at the beginning of each class. University hopes this policy will improve student attention and academic performance. That's pretty close to a second reason. All right, not too bad. A little bit short, but I can imagine that being something on the TOEFL. That's not too bad. It's pretty good. All right. So feel free to make a comment about that announcement. Here are the 2 students talking about it.
Hey, did you hear about the new rule the university is making? They are not going to allow cell phones during lectures starting next semester.
Yeah, I just heard about that yesterday. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. What do you think?
Honestly, I think it's a good idea. I've seen so many students in class just scrolling through social media or texting instead of paying attention to the professor. It's distracting for them and sometimes for others too. Without phones, I think classes will be more focused and students might understand the material better.
I understand that, but sometimes I use my phone during class for good reasons. For example, if I don't understand a word or a fact the professor mentioned, I quickly look it up online. It helps me keep up with the lecture. Also, phones are important in case of emergency or if someone needs to contact family.
That's true. Those are good points. Maybe the rule is a bit too strict. What if professors allowed phones, but only for academic purposes, like using dictionaries or educational apps?
That would be better. A complete prohibition may cause problem for some students. Plus, I think it would be hard to enforce anyway. Some students might use their phones separately when the professor isn't looking.
Yeah, enforcing the rule could be difficult, but I guess the university wants to make sure students focus more during class.
Right, and maybe the rule will encourage people to pay more attention and not get distracted so much. I'm just worried it might be unfair for those who really need to use their phones for learning.
Yeah, I get that. Hopefully, the university will listen to students' opinion and make some adjustments if needed.
I hope so too. It's good they are trying to improve learning, but the rules has to be reasonable.
Reasonable, yeah, that's okay. No problem. Okay, imagine you're the student taking that test, and you got to summarize that in 1 minute. All right, probably could have been maybe edited down a little bit shorter. Sounds okay. Sounds like you love the idea, and then she changed your mind very quickly. It's like, okay, yeah, that's true. I can't. So who am I asked about here? Is it the man? Okay, the man expresses his opinion. So, you know, by the way, y'all wrote that, didn't you? Fantastic. That's great. Good. That is how it's structured usually. Yes. Yeah, one person pushes back. Says, I see what you mean, but you know, anyway. So the man expresses his opinion about the new phone rules, state his opinion, the reasons he gives for that opinion. Yeah, that's how the question would show up. All right. What do you think? Does he love it or hate it. I think toward the end of the conversation, he said, of course, you changed his mind, I think is the idea. Okay, yeah, I get it. So at the beginning he loved it, but then it's like, okay. Then at the end he hated it. All right. So the student's expected to answer. He disagrees with the opinion because the woman persuaded him, and yeah, I'm only laughing just because usually they just the person you're asked about just goes forward with their opinion all the way through, and then the other person who's who you're not asked about gets their mind changed. But that's okay. I could follow that. By the way, the delivery, both of y'all's pronunciation was really clear. I didn't really hear an issue. Just occasionally a word was pronounced a different syllable. That's okay. Yeah, you sounded really good, Romaine. As far as I pretty effortlessly followed what you're saying. I especially like that you didn't speak too quickly because that really helped probably. That's probably why it came out to be about 2 minutes, 18 seconds. It's probably because y'all were being careful about speaking slowly. But okay. So anyway, give your opinion about that one. Is it manageable for a student to do? I think so, maybe, yeah. He loves it, then he hated it. All right. Okay, that's okay. It's all good. I like that. You created your own. All right, number 3. This is a textbook, the conversation, or whatever, it's something in a textbook. Astronomical tourism. Oh my God. Oh, those poor students on the TOEFL. Astronomical tourism means traveling to new places where the sky is very dark and you can see stars. You see stars, yeah.
I sorry.
That's okay, no problem. Planets and other things in space clearly. There you go. These places are usually far from cities where there are not many lights. Okay, that's actually not too bad. When I first saw that title, I was thinking, oh my God, what? I thought it was like Elon Musk or something.
Difficult, like,
No, I like it. That's good. That's fine. Going out to the desert to look at the stars, right? The kind of tourism is becoming more popular because people want to have special interest in experiencing nature. There's special parks, observation projects. These dark skies make rules to reduce lights at night. We offer programs for visitors like night tours, looking through telescopes, learning about stars and space. Astronomical tourism helps protect the environment because it reduces light pollution, which can harm animals and plants. Also saves energy by using fewer nights at light. Okay, cool. Cool, yeah. But the thing you're supposed to take away, probably that first sentence there, you're right. Well, no, that's okay. I'm not correcting anything. I think that's a pretty good length for a passage from a textbook. I've seen them about that long before. Yeah, that's good. And the topic's good too. I can imagine that maybe being a what kind of class would that be in? That would be I don't know, sociology class maybe? Well, we'll find out. All right, here comes the lecture.
Okay, good morning everyone. Today I want to talk about the fascinating and growing form of tourism called astronomical tourism. This type of tourism involves traveling to places that are far away from cities and towns, where there is very little light pollution. People visit these remote areas specifically to observe the stars, planets, and other celestial events that are difficult to see in urban environments. One example of astronomical tourism site is located in the mountainous region, known for its clear sky and low humidity. Tourists come here mostly at night to participate in the stargazing events organized by local guides and observatories. These events often include the use of powerful telescopes, lectures about astronomy, and opportunities to see rare phenomena like meteor showers or planetary alignments.
Okay.
This tourism benefits the local community economically because visitors need a place to stay, eat, and enjoy other services. Many local businesses have adapted to this new type of tourism by offering eco-friendly accommodation and guided tours. This effort helps preserve the natural environment while also providing income to residents. Importantly, the site has a strict regulation to protect the dark sky environment. For example, the use of bright light is limited. Only low-intensity lamps are allowed, and vehicle headlights must be dimmed or covered when driving at night. This measure reduces artificial light that could harm the natural darkness needed for good astronomical observation. Overall, astronomical tourism not only provides a unique experience for travelers, but also promotes environment and awareness. It encourages people to appreciate the night sky and understand the importance of protecting it from pollution. It is a great example of how tourism can be both educational and sustainable.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, by the way, those of y'all don't know, and those of y'all on the internet don't know, there was one of their team members that was supposed to be doing that today, but they basically did that in about 10 or 15 minutes, huh? They pulled that off. Is that right? Today? Awesome. Cool. Did y'all find that one this morning and put that in there this morning? Or was already prepared from yesterday? Got it. Yeah, it was just Javier was supposed to do it. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, no problem. All that thing to consider is good. I think let's see. If I were a student taking that, etc., I think maybe the lecture could have been edited down a little bit because, in my opinion, because the beginning of the lecture basically kind of summarized what astronomical tourism is, kind of a lot of the definition and details of it, and then at some point you said one example of it is, and that could have been where it started. You know what I'm saying? You trimmed it down, shortened the lecture a little bit by starting right with the example. One example of economical tourism is bada bing, bada boom, etc. Okay, cool. But on the whole, that's pretty good. It's stressing a little different syllable than I do occasionally. Not a big deal. Good job. Okay. Yeah, y'all feel free to give comments. This is for speaking question number 3, team number 2. Okay, here we go. Last one, y'all. This team number 2, speaking question number 4. Here we go.
People who are likely to buy a company's product are called target customers. And those target customers influence a company's marketing strategy. In order to develop a marketing strategy, a company will look at certain characteristics of the target customers to decide when and where to advertise, so that they reach the target customers most effectively. I'd like to talk to you today about 2 characteristics of target customers that can influence marketing strategy, especially age and geographic location of the target customers. Say a company makes toy cars. Who are its target customers? Kids, right? So, if the company wants to make sure its television advertising reach its target customers, it wants to advertising during times when kids are actually watching television, like during children's television shows. That way, it can make sure that kids see the advertising. And that way, the companies get people in that age group to go buy toy cars, or to ask their parents to buy them at least now. Another important characteristic to consider is geographic location.
Good.
Places where the company's target customers live. Think about a company that makes boats. Its target customers are people who own homes near oceans or lakes. Places where they can use boats. After all, people who don't live near water don't have much use for boats. So, by placing advertisement on signs along the road or on television in cities and towns that are near oceans or lakes, the companies would be more likely to reach the target customers for its boat and sell more of it as a result.
All right. Cool. It sounds like you have chickens as your target customer. I don't know. A rooster. Exactly. Sorry. I recognize that one. I remember that. That's exact script. That's really well structured, right? I mean, I know you're taking that from a textbook, right? Toys and boats. Target customers. Yeah. I think on the whole, most of what how you said it. And of course, using points and examples from the lecture. Explain how the characteristics of target customers influence marketing strategies. And that's this team. Give them a hand, everybody. Yay, them. Okay. Save your paper. Save your paper because this will be for a quiz grade. We'll do number 3 tomorrow. Let's go to lunch. All right. Good work, y'all. Good work.